Oh, no rear end. Just joking. No bumper on here right now. I took that big one off of there. That's because I'm going to put a Blazer bumper on. I got it laying down right here, as you can see. These are the stock outer brackets right here on both sides. Right there and right there. Those are stock inner brackets. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to modify mine. I don't want the big old gap that's going to leave along the edge of the bed or the tailgate right here. So what I'm going to do is trim these down, the horns right here. I'll show you my markings. It's real faint, but you'll be able to see it. You can see that line right there. My camera, there it is. I'm going to trim it down 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to notch these holes back 3/4. That way I'm going to do both sides like that. That way I can bring the bumper in closer to the vehicle. You have to get it adjusted. If I were you, when you put it on there, have your tailgate down. That way you can open it and close it. I put it on there last night, and there's a gentleman, he's got a sick C10. It's just awesome. He won first place at our car show this year. His name's Derek Ramsey, I believe. He asked me if my tailgate would open. So I tried it, and my tailgate wouldn't open with how close I had it. But the closeness wasn't the problem. It's because I had the bumper jacked up too high. Anyhow, when you put it down where it needs to go and you try to put it in, you've got about an inch gap all the way across that you can see all the way down. Well, I want to close that gap up, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get these trimmed up, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. Think you got a little shimmy about 55. Alright, I've got it trimmed off 3/4 of an inch down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slot these screw holes here, and we'll move over to that side.
You just gonna send it?
I'm just going to sand it. What are we sending?
I don't know.
I sent it by UPS. I think I'll stand the bumper up this way. That way when I send it, she'll have to sign for it. Not everybody got this custom prop right here, but you just have to make do with what you do have. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, take that piece of metal right there. You can use that somewhere else on here. Just a little tack weld it. If you ain't got a welder, that bailey wire works pretty good too. Alright, here we go. I think my prop's trying to move on me. Way to hold her up. Alright, fella. Now all you do is get you something to break that there out of there. Let's see, what you here? Oh, lagger on there, right there. That gives you your adjustment right there. That gives you a little bit of wiggle room. You have to watch out for these sharp edges because they're sharper than bubble gum. It'll get you. Alright, fellas. Just remember, safety first. And we just gonna repeat the process on that right there side. So just to save myself and my little buddy here from having to record, we'll bring it back when the other side's done. We're on the fitment issues. Peace. Alright, fellers and fellers. We got it already on there. Already got it bolted up. I'm gonna show you real quick before I climb underneath of it. Why pay 30 bucks for a license plate bracket when you can build your own? Giddy. Alright, climb underneath the truck and I'll show you what I done. Don't talk about my hack job. Alright, if you can see, this is what I done. I notched this all the way back to here so I can slide this whole thing forward. I had to cut it off right here. That's 3/4 of an inch off of it because your spring hanger, it hits the spring hanger. So this is slid all the way up, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weld this washer. I'll put another washer right here and I'll weld this to the bumper bracket, and I'm gonna weld this one to this bumper bracket. That way it cannot move either way, and it can't the bumper can't tweak itself up and down either. So that's what I've done on both sides. Next, I'll fab me up a bracket that'll go, or a piece that'll go from the center bracket here up to the inside. I'll get you a better look over here. This is your inner bracket right here. I'll fab up a piece that will go from there to where those two bolts are right there that runs through the whole brace, and then that'll tighten up the center. Which, I mean, right now it's really sturdy. I can stand on it, but it's got 3/4 of an inch gap. I know that seems like a lot, but that's as much as you can get. I'll show you why. That gap is as close as you can really get, because this piece right here, the outer bracket, starts to bend right here. Okay, I notched this all the way to where it started to bend, so you cannot notch it no further, which means you're not going to be able to get it to slide forward. The only other way you can get it to slide forward is to notch your frame holes, which I could have done that, and I may still do it. But then that also means I'll still have to trim more of this off, which, I mean, that's no big deal. I can trim another 1/2 inch off, and I can get it up, scoot it up another 1/2 inch. But for now, I'm happy with how it is, because I'll show you. I can let my tailgate down, and it looks like it's touching, but it's not. As you can see, there's a small crack in between there. So that's just about as close as I can get it for right now. It's not too bad. Later I may, if I don't scoot it in further, I may build me out a trim piece or something, which I know I'll end up scooting it up closer to the body. But for right now, that's good enough for me. Because whenever you're standing back at it, the gap doesn't look too bad. Anything is better than that big old bulky bumper. So why don't you stop? Stop. Yep. I just said stop picking on me.